First and foremost, as always, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto the Most High, His only begotten Son, call Him La Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Radash. All right, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who root and teach well, Wabaraka Thumb, unto the hopeful elect. All right, I say through the Spirit, I want to go into a video entitled Unjust Riches, right? And we know what the scriptures say in Sirach 10:8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another, right? And that's what this whole hegemony of Esau Edom was done. It was riches unjustly guided, and even the people that are low level, you know, like these the average everyday person that has some million M's in the bank, you know what I'm saying? The average top earner in a society, they're following the steps that Esau Edom took to build up America, which was what? Capitalization. Okay, you go into that definition of capitalization. You know, it deals with you taking advantage of someone's emotions, vulnerabilities, their abilities, and using it for your own benefit. You see, and that's what this whole infrastructure was done. You know, it took advantage of Israelites, the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, Indian, and then even the Israelite foreigners, and also even other nations. America capitalized off of them, used them, right? That's all this free labor that you Southern Kingdom did here, and you Latin tribe, and built this whole thing up, and then you have nothing to show for it. They capitalize off of you, and that's what they teach people to do in this society, and that's why you can't really win the right way, because the way to win in this society is by being wicked. Capitalization, you know, you using something that people need or want, and you know what I'm saying, exploiting them on that, right? Exploitation. That's what the society pushes. If you don't want to be wicked and do stuff unjustly and capitalize off people, then you're not gonna really be able to win in this society. Because that's what a lot of top earners and a lot of the people that are making, you know, top dollar, they're capitalizing off of people. They're using some resources that people need, and then they're ultimately it may be them selling in a format of, okay, I'm gonna show you how to make this, or I'm gonna show you I'm gonna give you this cheaper, and it's the way of just you capitalizing off of what people need or what they want. You see, and a lot of the stuff is you have to rip them off, and you have to make it seem way better than actually the reality of the item or thing actually is. And in simpler terms, just selling them a dream and lying. But that's what this society pushes. It pushes that mindset of capitalizing off people, and that's why you see a lot of guys take the 501c3 government charter. You know, that's a lot of these. We already know about the Christian churches, but I'm talking about Israelite groups. You see, they take the 501c3 government charter, and they identify as being like they're Islamic and stuff. So they gotta, you know, they basically capitalizing off people, not teaching them the correct doctrine, not teaching them what's actually in the scriptures, the actual truth about the names of the Lord, the prophecies. They teach a message like the Christians teach, which is just a motivational speech, just a feel-good message. But in the scriptures, before the Lord will return, it ain't gonna be no good time. It's gonna be tribulation, famine, pestilence, war. But if you teach that, people ain't gonna want to really listen to you like that, because people like to hear what sounds good. They want to hear good news. They don't want to hear the actual reality. They want to hear their delusion. Oh yeah, America's gonna go on forever. The world is gonna be peaceful and nothing's gonna happen. No, that's not what's in the scriptures. According to the scriptures, it's gonna be famine, pestilence, war, rumors of wars. You see, nation coming against another nation, like we see happening right now. You see, we're gonna have very evil rulers trying to put a device inside of you and control you and track where you at. That's the society we live in, and that's the reality of where the world is heading, to a AI digital way. You see, where they can charge what they can make you to where you have to pay what they want you to pay. You have to get as many items as they say you can get. You can only go where they want you to go. 15-minute cities, smart cities. You see, that's where the world is headed. But that's not, you can't capitalize off nobody with that, because don't nobody want to hear that. They don't want to hear that it's going to be a famine from this war that's happening right now. They want to hear that, oh yeah, you got another 50 years here. Your kids are going to grow old and blah, 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 all that. That's not what's according to the scriptures, man. And we see that all these end time prophecies that are happening are stuff that the Lord said would happen before he will return back. But if you in the mindset of trying to capitalize, you going to push a message of, oh yeah, marriages and let's build schools and let's come together. Everybody, we love everybody. You're going to push that kind of message and capitalize off people's emotions. And that's what the society has taught, you know, Israelites. That's what it's taught everybody, to capitalize off others. Even if it destroys them, I'm going to sell you enchantments and drugs. You see, I'm going to teach you a false idol. You see, I'm going to have a freaking a ABORT clinic, and I'm going to own it. You see, and I'm going to promote that. That's capitalizing off of people, man. You see, I'm going to sell a motherfucker a car with a super high interest rate that I know he ain't going to be able to handle, so I can make my money as a salesman. See, so a lot of people have that mindset. You see, I'm gonna act like I'm gonna make him get rich, and I'm gonna sell him a dream and act like I'm gonna show him how I got rich and put him on game, and he gonna pay me a monthly subscription. All these subscriptions they paying, you gotta pay for everything. That's what Esau does. That's how he got rich. You gotta pay for everything in this society, but that's unjust, man. You know, it's certain things that the Lord created from the earth that we're supposed to just have access to. But since we live in a society where it's unjust and he's capitalizing off everything, he gonna charge your ass for everything, man. He gonna put you in all types of depths and put interest on everything. It's all a scam and all a way to just capitalize off of you. You need a car, so now you gotta put that fat ass interest rate on your car. You need a house, you gotta have an interest rate on the house. You need everything. It's all just a way to capitalize off of you. You see? And that's what our people are following. People are trying to they want to be rich, so they're using that way. Stuff in wickedness. Hold on here. Evil. You see? So that's why we can't have a spot in this world or try and be, because like everything, basically, if you decide to try and invest you putting all your time into building up this society, you're basically saying that you don't want the Lord to return back and establish the righteous kingdom. You good with being here. You see, I'm okay with the capitalization that's happening on everybody. I want to follow Esau Edom and be like him, these top elite. You see, which is unjust. And that's the mindset the majority of people have. And it's also a covetous mindset. You see, a covetous mindset, which if you go into that word covet, you know, it's you lusting really hard after something, right? But it's a wicked. A lot of times when you hear covetousness, it's used in a sense of somebody's lusting after something that they don't need or something that belongs to somebody else. You see, so that's also another thing that the society pushes, a mindset of covetousness, to where, oh yeah, I gotta have more than the next man. I gotta one up the person next to me. Oh, I like his woman. I'm gonna take his woman, or I'm gonna take what he got. I'm gonna take his land. Oh, his land is more fruitful than my land. You see, or this land has this land has that. I'm gonna go take it. Oh, they got oil over here, right? So they're trying to take like resources that other people have instead of being content and satisfied with the resources that they have. So that's another thing, a mindset of covetousness, which coveting after something that don't belong to you is wicked. It's evil. You see? And that's what this society is pushing. And that's what you have to ultimately tap into if you want to have a spot in this world. You see, it's ruled in wickedness. You see, and that's what the majority of people, they okay with that. They're okay with the way everything is being ran. They're okay with coveting and the mindset of being unjust. All right? So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. That's the point has been made, man. Hey, the Lord is going to destroy this wicked kingdom. You see? So if you want to have the righteous kingdom, you got to have that mindset of desiring that kingdom to come. You see, and you're not going to be able to be like these other people. You got to be separate. But anyways, Lord willing, this quick hit edified, gave some exhortation. I'd like to end it off by saying, call Allah Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakak Radash, Deborah to the apostles, elders, of great millstone, room teach well. Till next time, come Shalom.